Chamge jitop kalenjin mang'ong'oi tugul ole imite koibaibai akikere ketesiet nebo Kass TV itagat eng logoiwekab emet kigurena Jacqueline Arusin. Akotestai komong'e kandoik chebo Kenya Kwanza akomwa kole wendi konyoru kabelisiet nemite barak President William Ruto eng lewenisiet nenyone kosubkei ak boisionik chebo bandab tai chekokotestai koyai William Ruto. Kondochin kandoindetab chechang eng bunge Kimani Ichung'wah kokarirtae kandoikab opposition eng mwaet kole magenwa kokowekyi kainet President William Ruto logoiwek chekikochi kasubet alak eng kandoik.
We are not saying two-term as empty sloganeering. We are saying two-term to advance our development program that we embarked on 3 years ago to ensure that the children of Kenya can access their education in a way that is affordable. That is why within 2 years, we have been able to employ 76,000 teachers to teach our children. Mimi nawasikiza. Nyinyi huwa mnasikiza hiyo watu tunashindana na wao. Sisi tumesema hatutashindana na nyinyi kwa matusi. Hatutashindana na nyinyi kutusi Susan Keheka ama kutusi bwana yake. Bwana ni wake. Si ni wake? Biashara ni zake, si ndio? Susan Keheka tunataka tumuulize hii tame yako Susan Keheka kama governor wa Nakuru. Utahakikisha watu wa Nakuru wanaishi kwa amani, wanapata maendeleo, wanapata fertilizer ya kuzalisha chakula yao, watoto wanasoma.
Kanam
We are not saying wanapata fertilizer ya kuzalisha chakula yao, watoto wanasoma, hospitali zinajengwa. Sio ndio mambo muhimu? Mimi nikisikiza wenzetu wanatuambia one term ati Ruto akienda tutajua what to do with education. You cannot take Kenyans for a ride. Kenyans are not foolish. Kenyans want bankable development ideas. Ideas that will move them forward. Sisi tukichukua hatamu ya uongozi, nasikia wakisema ati pesa imetolewa kwa masomo, ati ndio imeletwa kwa empowerment. Shame on you when you are lying to Kenyans. Mimi nimekuja niwaambie ukweli. Elimu hiyo wanasema imetolewa pesa. Watoto wetu wa university Higher Education Loans Board imekuwa ikipata bilioni 30.
Unajua kuna haja watu wakuje wa muinsight, nyinyi mubaki nyinyi wawili mkipigana na wanarudi kwao Nairobi. Wengine kama sisi tunarudi kwetu kwa mlima, si ndio? Lakini tuache ati tumewakoroga hapa. Mimi nataka mkae pamoja. Muliona baba na William Ruto walipatana wakasalimiana. Sasa kama nilikuwa nimepigana na Kadhambi, si mimi ningebaki nikiwa mjinga sana?
Barabara katika taifa letu la Kenya zilikuwa zimekwama, zilikuwa hazisongi kwa sababu ya pending bills. Lakini nataka niwahakikishie, mimi nikiwa mwenyekiti wa Kenya Roads Board katika taifa letu la Kenya, zile pesa ambazo zilikuwa zinadaiwa na contractors wetu, kila contractor katika Kenya yetu amelipwa pesa zake kamili, na wote wamerudi kwa mabarabara na barabara hazitakwama tena.
Bei ya unga hakuna watu wanaweka sufuria kichwa siku hizi. Kunao, because the president had a good plan for us. So anyone coming out to compete with him, give us a better plan and we listen to him. But for now, and as long as he keeps executing the mandate he's doing, we are saying tamu ngapi?
Kagomwa cabinet secretary netonondachin tililindo eng emoni Adan Duale kole kokonyor ministry notok rabinik chebendi koboisie eng siretab kanyoik chenotin ko universal health care staff eng emoni, ole kamwa kole tesetai ichek ak chikilisiet anan vetting nebo kanyoik chotok, kole kamwa kole tetat kokeskei eng kakesunetabkei nebo wikit nenyone. Ng'ololjin sirikab logoiwek eng nganasetab Eldoret kokamwa Duale kole tesetai ministry nebo tililindo kondoi tetutik chekim chekibendi kekere kele kanyor biikab emoni tetutikab kanyoiset neboto chemite barak, kole kamach biikab emet kotestai ak siretabkei eng tuiyetab kanyoiset nebo SHA eng takchinetab koker kole kanyor konyor icheket kanyaiset nenyalu ama eng kaimutyet age tugul eng kasarta nemokyingei. Kinyoru report kobun Timothy Kiplimo.
Muk jonatut amu chirchiro amu kokenyoru rabinik chekisire kanyoik chenootin ko Universal Healthcare Staff anan UHC. Ngalalet nebo CS netonondochin tililindo en emoni Aden Bare Duale ole kamwa kole tesetai ak chikiletab kanyoik choto, kamwa kole mitei alak chekikisir boisionoto amaitin magutik tugul chemokotin.
UHC staff, I have the money through parliament to make you permanent and pensionable. Lakini msiniharakishe, mimi nafanya vetting and verification. I want to pay for the ones who are working and who are around. So far, ile namba niko naye, watu wataenda EACC. The number that we are seeing and the number that people were being paid, there are thousands who are ghost. So msiniharakishe, mimi sina haraka. Hata mkinitumia text, mkidemonstrate, nikimaliza your exercise of vetting and verification, we will post the UHC nurses the day we finish. And we are about to finish anytime next week.
Kaikoito Duale kateunet koiti kanyoik choto kikisir en UHC kole kibendi kenome ak keipchi kerkong'et tugul chemaityi magutik ak kinyor melekwek en kasarta nekiboisie ko kanyoik kobun tetutiet nebo UHC.
But before that, if you are not a nurse by profession and you have been earning the money of UHC all these years, wewe utakutana na sheria. You have to refund back our money. It's as serious as that. We will ask you to refund our money. So msinisukume sana kwa ukuta. Na mimi unajua, I have a job to do. Is to make sure the healthcare delivery system of our country works.
Kaboishe Duale kasarata kong'ang kole kakiwal kainaik ak kiyokta alak en kanyoik chenootin ko interns cheite 348 chekamwa kole kikisir eng tai en oret nemaititaat. Ole kamwa kole mabendi koyani iche kotestai yautik cheu choto kokeny.
They were posted irregularly and they were posted because of the systemic corruption in MOH, in the Nursing Council, and in the universities. And there are 7 universities. In this region, Baraton is leading. Baraton has 99 students we have recalled who have not graduated. Completion is different from graduation. If you have a completion letter, we will not post you as an intern. We will only post you when you graduate and you show us the certificate. So this morning I have replaced them with 348 who have graduated, who have waited, and who are eligible, and they were shortchanged because of corruption.
Kangolali Duale eng taunitab Eldoret kasarta nekaindochi flagging off nebo kerichek koiti sipitalishek cheterter en county nebo Uasin Gishu koboto commissioning nebo sukulit nekinete kanyoik nebo Burnt Forest KMTC en igorta nekamite seneta nebo county nebo Uasin Gishu Jackson Mandago, Governor Jonathan B. Chelilim en kunutab kandoik alak.
Ningeomba tu serikali sakatuzi zote katika taifa la Kenya waweze kutimiza yale mambo ambayo yako kwenye sheria zetu ya kuhakikisha hospitali zetu ama zahanati zetu zinagazetiwa ndio waweze kufaidika kwa ile pesa ya primary health care fund.
We are very happy that you have come at a time when we need some help from the national government. We know health is devolved, but the constrained budget that we have cannot allow us to finish some projects that are really hanging, including the Siwa Level 5 Hospital and Tiret, which is in Turbo, and Kass.
Kong'eting kanaset nebo Eldoret en county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass TV, kaninyu ko Timothy Kiplimo.
Tetat kaya igorta nebo National Research Festival nebo kenyini eng tarik 18 agoi tarik 22 arawetab 8 eng sugulitab barak nebo Egerton nemite county nebo Nakuru. Kotinygei ak ofisayat neo nebo National Research Fund Professor Dickson Andala kotokchingei tetutyonotok kabatisiet ak ribsetab itonwekab emet.
Tetat kay National Research Festival nebo kenyini eng sugulitab barak nebo Egerton nemiten eng county nebo Nakuru eng tarik 18 agoi tarik 22 arawetab 8 eng kenyini. Nito ko kosubkei ak CEO nebo National Research Fund Professor Dickson Andala nekamwa ine kole tokyinetab festival inotok ko kabatisiet ak ribsetab amitwogik.
That we are going to host an activity here which is the National Research Festival on the 18th to the 22nd of August 2025. This event is organized by the National Research Fund in conjunction with the Egerton University and the county government of Nakuru. This event aims to showcase our research outputs, more importantly, in agriculture and food security. We are bringing researchers who've excelled in most of our agriculture research.
Professor Isaac Kibwake ko Vice Chancellor nebo sugulitab Egerton University ole kaboisie kasarata kola sugulitab Egerton Nenetesetai koneti kipsomaninik missing neranik kochutyi kabatisiet.
Egerton really is the premier agricultural institution in the country, having started way back in 1939 as a school for farmers to know how to handle crops and fertilizer and other agricultural inputs, and it has developed to what it is now, a comprehensive university. So in this you are going to see what we normally do as a university: generate, curate knowledge and then disseminate it. And we do science which has an impact on the community. So we are in the arena where we are bringing research outputs to have community and economic impact in the country.
Kongalalchin sirikab logoiwek eng sugulitab barak nebo Egerton ole kabatogei ak CC nebo kabatisiet eng county nebo Nakuru. Leonard Bor koboisie kasarata kosom inendet meng'ikab Nakuru missing ko neranik komongei asikonyorune kelchin festival inotok tetatkei eng sugulitab barak nebo Egerton.
Inoni festival ini ke co-hosteni anan kibendi keyoe ak Egerton University koboto National Research Fund noton nenamu ng'alekab fund chebo research en Kenya misima. So amache aib boroini ne inegen ne kata on behalf of Governor Susan Kihika taj temik tugul chebo Nakuru County alinchi ongebwan kong'eten vijana ak biik tugul ak wanafunzi ongebwan asikinetkei ng'alek chechang chebo ng'alekab research en emoni eb Kenya.
Kong'etege county nebo Nakuru logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Dennis Kipchirchir.
Koret agenge nebo kekanapta somanet eng emet kotesetai kibagengeit agenge ne naat ko Global School Foundation kokochin taretoshek chebo lipanetab school fees kipsomaninik chebunu korik chemaimuchigei. Abit nitok eng kasarta nekarutechi kibagengeit notok bunu emetab Australia, sugulitab Nandi Flames eng waditab Chemundu kapng'etuny eng county nebo Nandi ole kacher ichek sigik kokilchigei somanetab lagokwak.
Kosubkei ak CEO nebo kibagengeinito bo Global School Foundation Simon Carroll, kokitach ichek kibagengeinito bo kotoreti ichek kipsomaninik eng lipanetab school fees. Oret agenge nebo kotoreti ichek kipsomaninik chebunu korik chememuchigei.
You may wonder why we do what we do and how did we start? For us, our heart is for children to have an opportunity to learn. For us, it makes us sad when a child cannot go to school, cannot get an education, because that is the only way they can fulfill their potential. And for us, we cry when children are not able to do that, not able to go to school, not able to get a good education.
Kosubkei ak nitok ko karutochi ichek sukulitab Nandi Flame eng waditab Chemundukab Ng'etuny asikobit kokoito ichek taretonoto. Ole kaboibochi nito director nebo sukulinoto Philip Ruto eng mwaet kole anganda kararan somanet nebo sukulishek chemabo serikali, kochang sigik chematinye kamuget konde lagokwak sukulishek choto.
The school is diverse. We have all the teachers from Kenya, all parts of this republic. So that one we've done. The school does not receive any capitation from the government. Sincerely speaking, it is just from these parents that we are running the school. There is no capitation at all at all. There is no subsidy at all at all. So it is us and the parents.
Kapit nito eng kasarta netesetai konyoru chamet neo somanet nebo CBC. Ole kamwa Jacob Limo inene ko dean nebo kipsomaninik eng sukulitab barak nebo Paraton. Ole chang kelchinoik eng somananoto bo CBC. Mising eng kasari ko kabit taretoshek cheu chu.
Amu program nekibendi tai, amu emet nekibendi tai yu ko emet nebo technology. Ko emet nebo technology ko lazima kobit kanetishet nekineti lagok biik chemengechen akobo technology notok mi bunyone betusiek chemi tai.
Karupte nito Ezekiel Mayokiel Songo keje ko kiofsek chebo somanet. Ole boibochin ichek taretoshek cheu chu eng kasar testai serikali konaptoi somanet nebo CBC. Ole kacher ichek sikikoityi kamanutiet somanet nebo lagokwak.
Change of curriculum is actually skill based. It requires a lot of practicability. Whereas the system in itself and the curriculum in itself is so good, and we as parents embrace the same, despite the fact that we have that limitation in terms of the facilities that are required.
But here at Nandi Flame, you found out of that entertainment that these ones have no problem in English. And this one, the credit goes to our teachers.
Kong'eteke county nebo Nandi logoiwekab emet chebo Kass. Kainenyu ko Nelson Tarbei.
Ketesetai ak logoiwekab emet ko karutechi committee nebo mung'aret anan trade nebo National Assembly kampunitab Rivertex asikobit kochigil tesetab tai nebo kampunit notok nemwoe ichek kole maboiboenjin kou committee kosubkei ak nemitei ng'ony mising boisionik ole some serikalitab emoni kotoret konapta asikomuch koityi magutikwak. Kenyoru reports kobun Isaac Ogi.
Kong'alaldos kasarta nekarutochi kampunitab Rivertex East Africa nemitei eng komasta noto nebo Kapseret komwa committee notok bo mung'aret eng National Assembly kondochin nebo ng'echeret Bernard Shinali ak Miriam Kitany kole takomitei ng'ony mising kanaptaetab boisionik eng kampunit notok kosubkei ak kaimutik chetomo kiletet.
Since there is very minimal improvement from where last the committee visited and left, we have breached the cap of salary, although there is still some now 3 months salary to be paid. We have picked out the issues why Rivertex is not doing well. The major one being cost of power, because our neighboring countries are able to offer better rates on industrial power, yet Kenya we have not operationalized the issue of industrial power. Ethiopia, Uganda, and the rest of countries surrounding us that are taking away our investors is because of offering better rates of power.
Mwae committee notok kole nyolu eng serikalitab emoni kotoret eng kalang'unetab kampunit notok kobun nyorunetab kimnatetab sitimet neyamei ak tononjinetab kiboitinik chotok cheboisie eng Rivertex.
Main concern actually is the going concern of the company, because this is one company that can dress every Kenyan, and we would like to have that dream of at least every Kenyan having a piece of cloth that has come from Rivertex. We are aware that the Kenya government is in the process of leasing the factory to a potential investor who can come in to revamp the company. and we've been briefed and updated on the progress of the lease and the investment. And of course, there are a few challenges here and there, and therefore, as a committee, we may need to go sit back and see what needs to be done, what can be done, so that the company can continue to serve what it is it's supposed to do.
Kotinygei ak kakwautiet nekoib emetab Tanzania komach kotonon alak eng boisionik cheisuldoe chemung'arainikab emoni eng emonotok bo Tanzania, komwa komiti notok kole manyolu kobate serikalitab emoni kochokchi ng'alalet notok neibu koshinet.
Hivyo wanaenda kinyume na sheria ambazo sisi kama shirika la Mashariki tusha weka sahihi, na hiyo haihusu, haitaikuza Wakenya peke yake. Shauri kuna Watanzania wengi ambao wanafanya kazi hizo wao wanajaribu kutuzuia na zingine hapa Kenya.
Mwae icheket kole ngotko mabit koshinet koweche notok tilyandit nemie eng kwenutab emotinwek chotok tuwai.
Inatustakabisha sana kwa sababu tunaendelea kujenga, hatutaki kubomoa. So tunasema kuwa Tanzania iangalie tena hiyo agizo na waweze kujua, waweze kutusaidia tuende pamoja, kwa sababu tukiwa one community, East African community, tuko na market kubwa kuliko wakiwa Tanzania peke yake.
Kong'eteke taunetab Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
Karuteji eng betutab rani kakokimit minister notok pa somanet Professor Julius Ogamba ole kakokimit kole kokoib kakwautiet serikali nebo kochuchuch school fees chemakat kolipan kipsomaninikab sukulishekab barak kosubkei ak report nekimong task force nekikichob kochikil sekta nebo somanet. Kotinygei ak Ogamba kobo kamanut kakwautiet notok kosubkei ak newendi komuktechin kipsomaninik koityi somanetab barak eng oret nenyumnyum.
The team has reviewed. There is a team that the president set up, the presidential review team that was set up in September last year. They went through the MTI program and they were able to come up with a wide variety of variables so that we are able now to determine the income of the parents of the students to be as close as possible to the reality so that the margin of error is reduced. They also rationalized the fees for the university programs, and that is the circular that you saw has come out where the fees has been sufficiently reduced. I think some programs are reduced by 15%, others almost by 40%. That was a rationalization exercise that took place. So with all this mitigation and interventions, we believe and we are sure that going forward, that sector where there were a bit of issues relating to maybe banding is now going to be resolved, and we're going to ensure, as I keep saying, that no student is going to be left behind by the fact that they are financially constrained. The government is ready, willing and able to ensure that we support all our students to undertake their programs, to study their subjects of choice, their programs, their degrees of choice, and so that their dreams are realized. That's what we are doing, and I can assure you that anything that comes, any challenge that we face, we get a solution for it. For instance, on the issues of the capitation gaps, we're already working with the Parliament and Treasury to find means and ways of ensuring that we bridge that gap so that we bring that figure to as close as possible to what we are supposed to do. So there is no reason to panic. There's no basis for wrong information going out there that the government has changed the policy. The policy has never changed. It remains the same. It is provided for in the Constitution under Article 53, and we are mandated to ensure that we perform our obligations under the Constitution, and that's what we are doing. It is effective September this year, but what it means, you know, they rationalized the programs so that the programs are charged fees that is as close as possible to their cost, so that they are not. So there are many factors that went in there, and they were represented in that team. We had members representing the VCs, and so these are the net effect is that we have now a much better system that is data-based, and that is the decision that we agreed as a sector, that we'll be making decisions based on evidence, based on data. And as I've mentioned, help, the portal is open for applications. People are applying. I think we're at 64% for university and at 51% for TVETs. And the resources have been availed. This year, the help fund has been raised from 36 billion to 41 billion, meaning that we have sufficient resources to deal with the students that we are admitting, both the incoming and the ongoing.
Wendi kotau serikali tetutikab keretab kerwet anan ngotwet eng timdab Kaptagat ecosystem eng arawek somok chemite tai. Yarorech ngoindo Andrew Kimeto.
Tetat kotoige eng arawek somok chemite tai tetutik chetokchinigei keretab karwet anan ngotwet eng timdab Kaptagat ecosystem forest nemite county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet yoto koboto kokoitoetab tenda asikesuldae tetutyonoto. Kongololi yekangotuiyo ak membaikab CFA kobun county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet chekarutochi timwek eng Central Kenya komwa PS nebo ripsetab itonwekab emet ak timwek eng emoni Kitonga Mugambi kole magat kotoige eng chokchinet tetutyonoto asikotestai koribok timoto bo Kaptagat ecosystem.
Before there was some doubts if really fencing is good or not good, but today I'm happy to say that everybody in unison they are saying let us go back to Kaptagat, let us fence our forest, let us conserve our forest, and let us move encourage the same to be done in all parts of the country. From here, KFS, the government through KFS, we will advertise immediately the tenders for fencing. And we believe by within the next 2 to 3 months, work will start. Because also we don't want to delay further. We want to move very fast and implement this.
Kongong PS Mugambi kole mitei kamanutik cheterter chetinyegei ak keretab timoto bo Kaptagat chetogu eng betusiek chemite tai kokakesuldae tetutyonoto.
One benefit of fencing is that as much as you maintain the boundary, you also encourage natural regeneration of the forest. You're able to monitor what happens in the forest so that you minimize destruction. On many occasions, when people can get into forest from any direction and from any corner, then you cannot know what's happening there, and the people who don't have very good intentions will always get there and do things which are not very good to the forest.
Kimit Mugambi komwa kole nganda kikere timoto komakietien meng'ik chemeng'isie eng ole nekite timwechoto kotestai kosuldae tetutikwai chebo kila.
We thought it's very important to expose the residents of those areas to other areas where fencing has been done, and people continue getting benefit. Even if anything, even they continue getting more benefit than when there is no fencing. So basically, we are this tour is to make them understand that through fencing, you are able to sustain the forest, and you are able to still benefit from various activities in the forest, and more so, you are able to continue getting water, which will enable you carry out other activities in your farms.
Kongete county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Andrew Kimeto.
Kakecher kwanusiek koek chemite tai eng kakimitetab baetab lagok chemengech keboisie chegab kina. Kamwa director nebo tililindo eng county nebo Bomet Dr. Bernard Sawe kole tinye boisiet neo kwanusiek eng ribetab lagok chemengech mising kokochi kalyet kamatik asikonyor chegab kina cheyomotin eng lagok. Yarorech ngoindo Festus Rono.
Kanamke eun serikalitab county nebo Bomet ak kibagengeit nebo Nutrition International asikonet anan sikoyapta konetisiet koityi kamatik akobo kamanut nebo chegab kina.
So en county nebo Bomet ko kikinde boroindo nebo barak ngalekab nutrition ak ngalekab breastfeeding. Ne nguni ketinye policy ne kikuren Bomet County Multisectoral Food and Nutrition Policy ne kikiloncheni with our stakeholders en kenyit nekokosirto 2024. So this policy kotoreti
konde barak ngalekab nutrition ako agenge en nutrition ko ngalekab chekab kinet ne noton ko kiketo en Bomet County ko konam kwa barak lagok chekikochin chekab kinet nguni kemi 55% ko kitam kemi percentage nekimi ngweny. Nationally ko 61% ne kikoi lagok chekab kinet. So taketinye boroindo kitaketestai kinet kamatik ak kinet kwanik kotoret kamatik sikong'et kokoi boroindo kokoi lagok kochuchun sikobos mionwogik chemuche konyor en taa ak kobos kora gharama nebo amitwogik cheome lagok. Breastfeeding ko kikeker kele moibe rabishek chechang, kikile cheaper kosir chekiboisien chon kiole en tuget. So ongikimit ako safe ng'alekab breastfeeding.
Daktari Benatowe ko director nebo konyoiset en county nebo Bomet nekamwa ine kole bo komonut chekab kina en chametabgei nebo borto nebo lakwet nekamwa ine kole county nebo Bomet kotinye tokyin nebo kokimit ripsetab lagok missing ko kobun chekab kina.
Kinamwoini kwanushek ko ongetoret ongikoin support neyamat kamatik ak lagok. Yekikoi support in kamatik kou in teta nekikoe ngiko kokosu chego. So ongikoin kalyet ak kikoi support neyamat.
Alak en ofisaek chekomi en lumdaetab World Breastfeeding Week nekakiyai en Bomet Health Center ko director nebo nutrition Caroline Terer, Sadi Juma, Farida Mutai tugul chekamwa kole tinye kelchin cheng'et chekab kina en chametabgei nebo bortab lakwet.
Ako kakemwa team nenyon ko kakile kikochin kelchin ak kitobonchi betuniton nafasi neo ak kemeken sure kele chuchunet ko kakikochi koik kit neiku kawaida en biik simang'et kobit tuguk chechang chekekonu stigma.
Kora akot en antenatal clinic kikimite ng'alekab exclusive breastfeeding konam konetisiet kong'eten kokamanai kamet.
Agenge en kamatik chekimuch keng'alal kokamwa ine kole kikonyor kelchin kosubkei konetisiet nekikonyor en ofisaek chebo tililindo en county nebo Bomet nekamwa kole kikotoret ine korib lakwenyin.
Akalenjini daktariek chekokonetech kongoi ako kinetech about kikoi lagok kochuchun. Kingokasich lakwet kikiyaiwo CS ko kiakilgei betunotok tor kochuchun lakwet. Awekchini Jehova kongoi akalenjini kamatik kongikochi lagok kochuchun akoi 6 months makisib kebai lagok.
Kosubkei ak noton kotete department inoton koyai konetisiet en kebeberwek cheterter chebo county nebo Bomet asikonet kamatik ole kasome biikab emet komongkei asikonyor konetisiet. Kong'eten county nebo Bomet logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Festus Rono.
Kakoboiboenchi ketikab bodaboda eng taonitab Kilgoris yaetab ortinwek chebo alam netesetai eng taonitab Kilgoris mwaet kole wendi kole notok itondab taonit notok ako kanapta yaetab mung'aret.
Kitu ya kwanza I want to appreciate His Excellency President Mr. Ruto kwa kazi yenye ametupea from huko Lolgorian mpaka hapa. Tumepata nini? Tumepata land. Ya pili isikuwe ametupromise, you know leaders normally promise even before they give out. Kitu ya kwanza asikuwe ametupromise ya kwenda Nosa mpaka Angaka, amemaliza hii lakini bado Mr. President yenye bado to ma kone bra amaje barabara ne wendi hapo Angaka usini magimaje kengalge. Kitu ya kwanza barabara tuanze tu barabara mali imetengenezwa barabara kidogo na ni ile ya kufumba macho. Ukipata kama barabara ya kwenda tuseme kwa town, hiyo pia ni town lakini ni tumeweka kama ni reserve. Barabara ya kwenda Kibera unapata ni mabumps mpaka mashimo iko throughout. Ukipata ya kwenda sehemu ya Runda on the way to Mali, president amesema affordable houses. Kuteremuka chini kwenda huko ndani barabara ni mbaya. Haya tuende sasa njia za kwenda reserve. Unapata mali barabara ni mbaya imechimbika, unapata hawa barriers ya county council hapo ndio wako wakati pikipiki najaribu kushindwa kuamuka, hapo ndio wameweka kamba ndio ulipe pesa. What enye Mr. Governor, na hiyo sio mambo, siwezi enda kwa president. Mimi naenda kwa Mr. Governor. Mr. Governor, usisahau kesho iko.
So mimi nataka kusema hivi,
Kwanza nishukuru kwa hiyo barabara kwa sababu dalili ya mvua ni mawingu. Hii ni mawingu tu tumepata. Sababu tumeona kaulimi tumewekewa over town, kuna mtu kwa ground anaenda kufanya kazi. So mimi ningeomba hivi, mambo na parking ya pikipiki na magari hapa town hakuna. So naomba governor wa Narok County na admin wa hii ward na sub county admin, tafadhali mshughulikie mambo ya bodaboda, sababu hii ndio tunatoa revenue sana hapa town. Tunatoa revenue kwa hii county zaidi, na hatujaona feedback kwa sisi kwa hapa ground. So mimi kama hii stage yangu na bodaboda yote ya Kilgoris, kuanzia leo kwenda mbele, mambo na revenue tutasisitiza kidogo mpaka mshughulikie maneno yetu.
Itangaten logoiwekab radiosyek kole chobot kibagengeit netonondochin kiptulit eng Afrika nebo CAF kotonondochi kabelishetab CHAN nekiyae eng emetab Kenya, Uganda ak Tanzania ole ipchini kamanut kalyet ak chametabgei nebo kasubik ofisek chebo kibagengeit notok eng kabelishonotok. Kangon nitok Head of Security nebo CHAN Dr. Christian Emurua.
Key priorities for us at CAF is to make sure that we organize a safe and secured event across the three nations. As you know, this is the first time that CAF will be organizing a tournament across three nations. And we have been working closely with the local organizing committees of Tanzania, Uganda, and Kenya to make sure that we work together in developing a clear concept that will be doable and workable across the three countries. As you know, we also would want to see a situation where people would experience the same service level in respective of the countries that they are going to watch the match. And this is what we have been working together with each of the countries to harmonize and agree on what needs to be done. And so far I would say we're almost there. We are ready, and hopefully we will get all the little I's dotted and the T's crossed before we get to the main opening itself. We would say yes, we are ready from an organizational point of view. We have few things that needs to be finalized from the host countries, which they are working on seriously. And we are hoping that by the time we all get into the countries, we would have all these materials fully on ground and ready to go.
Tatke eng taonitab Nakuru kabelishetab Prince Lou Sevens nebo rugby ole chobot timitab KCB koreren eng kabelishonotok mache kobel title.
Looking forward to this tournament. It's been a long time. I was looking back and I saw it. I think it's going to the 8th year since we last won the Prince Lou Sevens. We've been falling short over the years, but this year when we won the Driftwood Sevens, we also believe we broke the jinx that had held us back, because it's been a long time since we won Driftwood as well. So the players are quietly confident. We were just going through the motions yesterday and also ticking all the boxes, tidying up. We're excited about the return of Asati and also Wahinya in the squad. The players are looking forward to having a better outing and seal the weaknesses. We cannot claim that we are beyond defeat, but at the same time we also have to be cautious but also very confident in our abilities.
I didn't play Driftwood Sevens because I was taking a rest coming off the World Cup qualifiers. Then I had to transition from the 15th side to the 7th side, which I believe I have taken enough time training with the boys. And the boys won the Driftwood Sevens. That's a challenge for me. I have to take heading towards Prince Lou. We have to raise the notch higher.
Chitab kalenjin kakituk chotok emetab logoiwek chok chebo emet ak ureriosyek chekakimuch kebun kong'ete studio nebo Kass TV. Kigurena Jacqueline Arusei ak amagun kit age tugul nemie.